Now we might see him on the podium.
He's third at the moment, and McWilliams. Andrew's taken another big bite at him. Jeez, he's keen. He didn't make it stick that time, and Stouffer's tucked on the back of that pair. So that's a three-way dice for fourth spot now.
Okay, so Jonathan Ray, Ian Lowry clearly in second, with Pitt clearly in third, and a bit of a race on for fourth now. McWilliams, Andrews. And was that Dan Stouffer?
I fancy Stouffer to get past both these guys.
Yeah.
Rode fantastically well in race 2, and maybe wanting to get another Aussie up there in the top 4 or 5.
I know Simon Andrews is struggling with that bike, but he's my tip to get past McWilliams. So anyway.
I know Dan's in really good physical shape at the moment. He's been training a lot, living on the Gold Coast with one of our famous former motocross riders, Stephen Gall. He's renowned for his fitness. So as the race wears on, I think Dan will definitely be able to move in front of those two guys.
And Pitt currently holding third, but he wouldn't want rear vision mirrors because there's a big knuckle-up going on behind him, and Andrews tries again on McWilliams. That can't get it done. I think Stouffer could still be a factor in this three-way dice, but he's not able to tag on to them at the moment. I think Andrews a fair chance to get past McWilliams down the bottom of the hill.
Yeah, just wonder, is Ian Lowry giving Jonathan the hurry up a little bit here?
He's sliding around turn 1, Ian Lowry. So it's Jonathan Ray across the line with Ian Lowry in second position. Andrew Pitt, Australia's own, in third.
Here comes McWilliams.
Simon Andrews on McWilliams. Who's going to hold the corner? Beautiful slide into turn 1 by Simon Andrews.
He ran very, very
late. Yes, he did slide too much. As you say, those forks. Couldn't quite handle that. But lost 2 positions there, but good on him for having to go. So Simon Andrews drops back 2 positions to Jeremy McWilliams and Dan Stouffer. Cameron Keever's still riding a beautiful race there in 7th position. Keith Moore in 8th, Connor Cummings in 9th, and Guy Martin round out our top 10.
And McWilliams in trouble with the back end, porpoising quite badly as he went across Skylon that time, trying to drive it down through the across the camber there and down the hill, and Stouffer's in close attendance this time.
Okay, Johnny Ray comes down to complete lap number 7. Of a 15-lap event, and going into the main straight, it's Jonathan Ray over Ian Lowry, and a little bit of a bunch back here with Andrew Pitt, Jeremy McWilliams, Dan Stouffer and Simon Andrews after that mistake on their heels. Cameron Keever's the first of the West Australians. Keith Moore, Connor Cummings and Guy Martin having a nice little battle of the road races back in the field. So we go up the hill, Jonathan Ray in a commanding position. Ian Lowry also well and truly over Pitt, McWilliams and Stouffer.
Lowry hasn't given up, but he's away off the... McWilliams bucking wildly as it goes across the outside, and Stouffer sniggering, goes down the inside and pokes it into the base and ahead of him. McWilliams doing a massive job of saving that one. That was huge.
I think this one's just the war's about over here. Shannon, Jonathan's pulled the pin again.
Yeah, I don't think Ian will bridge that gap. Johnny's been producing some pretty consistent lap times here, and he dropped Ian by a second that last lap.
Yeah. Okay, so
here's the battle here, boys. My man's in front.
Your man's in front.
Yeah, Stouffer's gonna chase Pitt down now.
I think he might.
Yeah. I know I was speaking with Russell Farrer from that looks after Dan's bikes for this weekend. He said he really, really wanted to beat Pitty in the last race, so he's got another opportunity now. He's clear of Jeremy and Simon, and we'll see what Dan's got.
Okay. So a nice little bunch up in there in fourth.
This is a good track for the KTM, Shannon.
It is. I think any track's going to be good for that motorcycle. As I've been fortunate enough to prove on a number of different circuits this year that we can produce fast times and win races on it. But all the bikes are pretty much equal out there, and it's just the riders that's getting it done. And Johnny Ray's a World Supersport and World Superbike and British Superbike race winner, and clearly he's a step above everyone else at the moment. Ian Lowry's bike's just dropped the exhaust system off the side of it.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
Lowry's out.
Lowry's out. Oh no. It's going to throw things in the air now.
Well, Dan Stouffer's got that podium position he wanted, but he's just got to get Pitty.
What a pity. That's unfortunate.
What a pity.
Oh no. Oh no, he's back.
He's back.
He's back. Ian Lowry's going around exhaustless.
He's now riding a Harley Davidson.
I think he might have lost about 40 horsepower, but anyway. So unfortunate, but Jonathan Ray now race leader. Andrew Pitt into second, Dan Stouffer into third position. So that's going to throw the podium wide open.
Be interesting to see what the points are at the minute as it stand.
Yeah.
Andrews and McWilliams.
I think you might see Pitt.
We got Simon Andrews up the inside of Jeremy into the last turn.
Oh, nice.
See if he can hold it this time. He has.
He has. And
but he's got trouble in turn one, guys. Trouble turning it in.
Jeremy back up the inside at turn one. Let's hope he can pull it up.
Yep.
Oh, Jeremy's run wide.
Andrews, no.
Beautiful.
I saw dust then.
Yeah, they were having a chat before this race, and I think Simon was giving Jeremy a few frights in race 2, so it's payback time.
Nice wheelies down the straight by the road race boys. Ian Locker and Ryan Farquhar. So get ready for a fair bit of that. I'm tipping the last few laps.
Andrews down the inside of McWilliams again, and he's managed to stick this time into the basin, and McWilliams tucked right onto his ducktail there. He's in the slipstream as they come back across, but I think Andrews, he's run wide. God, he's hang on to it there, but it's side by side as they come down the hill.
And Dan Stouffer's after Andrew Pitt and made up considerable ground there.
He has.
So Pitt, Stouffer right on his tail.
Yeah, come on guys, who's your money on?
Ooh,
Mumble.
Dan is determined.
He wants it. He wants it.
He does want it. He looks, he looks like he's on the money. And I think Simon Andrews, who has been battling with that bike, he might hold off the old veteran in Jeremy McWilliams.
Yeah, I think Jeremy was complaining of a bad stomach before this race. I think it's just old age.
And look at the boys down the straight. Ian Locker, stand-up wheelie, Ryan Farquhar.
I think he'd be banned at home for doing that.
So the boys putting on a show for the crowd. It looks like there's an oil flag out down at turn 1.
I think you'll find that'll be for the muffler that's sitting on the side of the circuit at exit turn 1.
Keep an eye on Pitt and Stouffer at the bottom of the hill. Stouffer's closed up on that lap, guys. He's right there.
Okay, Stouffer having a look at Andrew Pitt coming to turn 1. Oh, you can't go out there.
Actually, knowing Dan's riding style really quite well, Dan actually cracks the throttle open in the turn very early, and he brakes relatively early, but runs really high corner speed and opens the throttle early. But so I think at the moment you'll find that Andrew keeps getting in his way in the middle of the turn, and he needs to go out of his comfort zone to pass him on the brakes on the way into the turn.
Not easy coming out against a guy who weighs 60 kilos on a 1000cc Honda.
Yeah, I know Dan's nearly 20 kilos heavier than that.
Look out down the main straight, ladies and gentlemen. Ryan Farquhar and Ian Locker. So
that's an oil flag.
So Jonathan Ray in the commanding position in first spot.
Jonathan's going to lap these boys.
Lapped Ryan. Andrews,
what happened?
I think Dan may have missed a gear there.
Yeah, I think he may have. But Andrews, my boy Andrews.
And the lap rider in the middle.
And that looks like Ray Ansett in the middle. But Andrews, my boy, past the lap rider.
Some drive out of there.
Yeah. And I think that might be Dan's last hurrah at it. The lap rider in the way.
Yeah.
He's just he's not going to do anything silly. So okay. So we got.
Here come the road race guys, the Wheelie Kings, entertaining the grandstands.
Okay, here we go. Ryan Farquhar. No, Ian Locker's turn in the air. The old veteran. So it's Jonathan Ray coming down the hill with 1 lap to go.
Cummins has just had a big turn. They carved in the inside of Keith Moore. There's a 4-way scrap of Guy Martin and Ben Henry there, and Cummins leading at the moment.
Okay. Oh, look at this under brakes. Oh, that's it's a lap rider. So Andrew Pitt.
Good on you.
Yeah, I might go. Andrew Pitt. So
see if Andrews can get through this first turn.
He's currently in third position, Simon Andrews, so he might find himself on the podium. But I'm pretty sure Pitt will. But as we go around, it's Jonathan Ray for the very last time, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you give him a good round of applause.
Ian Laurie's now riding the wheels of this thing. It sounds like a Moto 2 bike.
It does, doesn't it? So, ladies and gentlemen, get ready for Jonathan Ray, and make sure you give him a great round of applause, because he certainly has put on a treat this weekend for you, I, and everybody out there. Jonathan Ray, stand-up wheelie over the line. And we've got Andrew Pitt, Australia's own Andrew Pitt in second place, so make sure you put your hands together. And Simon Andrews, and what a great ride by the Englishman. Dan Stouffer, Jeremy McWilliams, coming across the line. Ray Enset, nice wheel there across the line. Keith Moore beholds off Connor Cummins and Guy Martin. And a great ride by Ben Stronach. Ben Henry. We must have lost Otto. Cam Keevers, 6th position. What a great ride by Cameron Keevers, the young West Australian. So what a great ride. Jonathan Ray, Andrew Pitt in 2nd position, and Simon Andrews in 3rd.
Yeah, I think he needed you out there, Shannon, for a bit of a battle.
Yeah, I think he would have got a little bored in the last part of the race, and you know, it's a bit disappointing to not be out there, but I think we gave Johnny something to think about when he comes back next year anyway.
Yeah, good stuff.
Third place, Ian Larry.
We're going to get so drunk!
In equal 3rd place, we're going to have to share that trophy, boys. Kawasaki, Simon Andrews. And also in equal 3rd place is Australia's Yamaha, Dan Stouffer. Okay, in 2nd place overall is our former World Super Sport champion in Andrew Pitt. Your hands together, Andrew. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you've all witnessed something very special this weekend. It's not every day that you get to see a world-class rider riding around our home track in Barbagallo Raceway. Put your hands together for Jonathan Ray.
Magnus! Come on, dogs, Jackie! Come on, dogs!
Okay, we'll have a quick word with everyone. Simon Andrews, how's your week been?
I don't know, bloody rubbish really. We've had problems after problems, and you know, I was too busy doing burnouts until you guys gave me a call, so it's a bit surreal to be here. I didn't expect it, so either way, it's pretty cool.
Thanks, Paul.
And I think you have to agree it was pretty tough riding that bike early in the week and at the end of the week, but geez, you did a great job with what you had.
Yeah, I've got to thank all the guys that worked hard. I mean, the brakes didn't work, and Chris took his brakes off his Suzuki back at home. All the guys on how to get sprocket, he didn't have the right gear, and just endless issues, and here we are, it's become good, kind of.
Good on you, ladies and gentlemen, Simon Andrews. Okay, looking comfortable in 3rd position there until, 2nd position until a bit of an issue with the exhaust, which is somewhere around the track, which we'll get back. But to his credit, Ian Larry stuck it out, and to be up here in the podium is a great effort for what he's done. So, ladies and gentlemen, Ian Larry. So, Ian, a good weekend. You've shown everybody that you can pick up the old girl and get around the track, and to be mixing it, you know, with Johnny and the boys in the front. So tell us about your weekend.
Yeah, it's been really good. Just a bit, you know, disappointed that the exhaust fell off in the last one there, but Joel's going to get a kick later on for that one. Yeah, but I had a 2nd and a 3rd today, and we're up here in the podium with an ex-world champion, and I'm sure soon to be world champion. It's fantastic. So yeah, and I'd just like to thank everybody involved and your good self for supplying me the bike. So thanks very much.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Ian Larry. Okay, another equal third place, and thanks to Russell Farrow for bringing Dan across. Is Australia's own Dan Stouffer.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Yeah, look, the other Yamaha's been fantastic all weekend. We sort of struggled a bit early on and qualified 10th, so I don't know how we ended up here. Obviously, a bit of bad luck for the other guys, but you know, full credit to the club and the guys like Russell and all the other guys that prepared bikes for all these obviously these guys come here for a run, and it was pretty amazing to see. They did really well, and I'm sure they look like they're having fun out there. So hopefully we'll see you back in the future. And thanks for the club run.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Dan Soper. Best of luck in the last round of the Drone Super. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, second place, Andrew Pitt, Australia's own.
Yeah, I think I got a little bit lucky today with a couple of Suzuki guys having some problems. But yeah, we hung in there all weekend and gradually got a bit quicker, and it's been great fun. My man Maggot over there, he's been awesome all weekend. He's honestly as good as the guys I've ever worked with, so it's been a pleasure. Yeah, it was awesome fun out there, spinning it up and sliding. It was a bit of enjoyment coming back into it, so that was great. Congratulations to Johnny, he was too good today. The club has put on a great meeting, as I remember it 10 years ago, so nothing's changed, it's still great here. Lindsay, Paul Lindsay's done a great job bringing us all over here, so thanks, mate. Rooney's been great entertainment. As always, along with his mate, Jaro, mate. And yeah, hopefully we can fit it in and come back next year. Thanks. Good on you, Vic. Thanks, mate. And ladies and gentlemen, I can remember earlier in the weekend when Jonathan was going around in 57s thinking he can't get much more out of this bike. That certainly changed on Saturday. So he definitely showed his why he's world class. So ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Jonathan Ray.
Firstly, you know, massive thank you to Paul and Raymond Rooney. They showed me this event during the year, and after what I heard of last year's event, I couldn't miss it. And also to all the club members for putting all the hard work in. Both my mechanics have done a great job today. And you know, I really couldn't believe how fast we were pushing our bike out of the shop. You know, we got here and we spent 2 days fine-tuning the thing, and you know, the CBR 1000 is so close to my race bike, and I really feel it at home on it. And you know, I really want to come back next year if my testing schedule permits me. I'll come here, and it's nice to bring the international racing to the western side of Australia. And you know, I'm proud to come here and stand on the podium, and you know, I really enjoyed myself. Thank you.
Well, here we are again, Simon. We're back here again at the Burswood Water Sports Centre.
Yes, for the Burswood on Swan Function Room.
Yeah, and what are we here for, mate?
Well, it doesn't seem like 12 months ago, but it's Kings of Wanneroo time again.
The only difference between now and 12 months ago is it was absolutely hammering down last year.
Lovely weather. I don't even know why I'm wearing this jacket, but...
No, you obviously came prepared.
I came prepared for last year's weather when it was pouring down with rain.
So what have we got in there? We've got a few riders from England, have we?
Some fantastic bikes, some great riders, and should be good fun meeting them all again this year.
Well, that'd be fantastic. And we're going to hand over to Paul Lindsay,
yes,
who knows what these boys are all about.
Well, he's lucky enough to have a job where he gets to follow these boys around all year round.
Yeah.
He's editor of Irish Racer magazine, and he's going to do a great job having a chat to the guys, showing us a little bit of what they do.
So I'll bring my sidekick up. He's been drinking, well, he's the only man I know gets drunk in 3 mid-strength. But Raymond Rooney, my sidekick, come on up and join us. Now Raymond, before you say anything, and you'll always have a lot to say, what the bloody hell is this? It's the wrong flag.
I put that up for McWilliams. I think he sort of came to our side a wee bit, so I've hung around with him from a lot of years, so he's over with us.
Well, as long as that you get the proper flag up now for next weekend.
What is the proper flag? Is there another flag?
Well, if you can't get us a red hand of Ulster, then the Aussies have to go under a New Zealand flag.
I don't know what to say there.
We'll bring 2 or 3 guys up, I think, that we had here last year, first of all, because they can obviously tell you how much they enjoyed themselves, if they can remember, and you know how pleased they are to come back. Michael Swan, the oldest man in racing at 57.
That's wrong, that's wrong. Jeremy's older than him.
No, but Jeremy's still riding.
Oh, is he?
And he lies about his age.
Jeremy's been 24 his last 10 years.
But he doesn't look it. Ryan Farquhar. And I feel sorry for him. Last year he arrived here and he stole Michael Laverty's job, and this year now he hasn't got a job. And
I think maybe somebody has stole his job.
Well, he looks well in the Kentucky outfit.
Ian's a chef, and if anybody knows anyone that has restaurants or maybe franchises for KFC, maybe get him a wee job.
That's it. Ian Larry, come on up and join us. Come on up, guys. A nice wee blue bag, Mike. You want to stand underneath that, Ryan?
Move over this way, over to the left.
We're getting away from that flag. We'll start off with Michael. Michael Swan, as you know, was here last year and was a big fan with everybody at the circuit. For some reason, he's the housewife's choice. Everybody loves him, even my wife. And I don't know why. I brought him back to the house one night and we were making cheese and toast. And my wife was up in bed reading her Bible. She doesn't drink or anything. And I'm talking to Michael and I couldn't. I wondered why I wasn't getting a response. You know, I was standing doing the cheese and toast and I looked round and the door was open. So I went up the stairs and it was 4 o'clock in the morning and Michael was standing at the bottom of the bed, spilling the tea over the bed, telling Jill how wonderful she was. So, but it's what he said on the way down the stairs. But I can't tell you. But she heard me. Oh dear me. Mike, you were here last year. You rode the KTM, the RC8 this year. You're getting an RC8R, something a little bit more special. And I know you loved the trip last year, but just tell the folks what it means to you to be back.
It means a hell of a lot, as I don't do much racing, probably no racing at all now, but it teaches a lot of the young guys at home, the road races, take them around as newcomers. There's a few of us instructors take them around and we do a few race schools and track days to get them their licenses. But here last year, I'd like to thank Jeff Least for giving me the opportunity to ride that bike. Fantastic bike last year, but just down a wee bit in power compared to some of the other bikes. But this year, I'm completely depressed now after hearing how well Shannon has done on his bike, but it looks like we're up against it this year. We'll have the machinery, so no excuses. The pneumonia I had last year is cleared, but I think I'll go for age.
Paul, I'd like to say Jeremy has took over. He's got a load of copies of his book of excuses, so if you all guys want to buy them, we're selling them at the end of this event tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Swan. The next man on line here, we know that last year we couldn't believe how well the road racers were received at the event. Bruce was here and Cameron was here. Cameron had more forks and shocks in and out of his bike than Valentino Rossi's had this year, and he did a bit of crying, so there was too many tears to bring him back. But no, Cameron's obviously injured and can't make it. We had a bit of banter with him last year, and he's a great bloke, but he had a bit of bad luck this year at the TT and couldn't make it. But this man beside me here has had a phenomenal year. He's 61 road race wins between the hedges, not easy to do. And he was telling the guys today about some of his exploits and clashing with other riders at 190 mile an hour at the Dundrod circuit. So he's a very brave lad, and he's a top road racer and a top guy, and he's here to have a bit of fun. He's Ryan Farquhar. So Ryan, you were here last year. You always enter into all the crack and the fun, and yeah, it's good for you to have a race at the end of the season. It's not too serious. So have you enjoyed it so far this year?
It's been really good. You know, I've had a couple of bad hangovers from I came here, but that's another story. And I wouldn't be going that well this evening. I think I'd maybe need a spoonful of Bisto. I'd just like to thank the club and everybody involved for inviting us back. You know, as you all know, I'm a road racer, and these car parks isn't really my thing, but I come along for a bit of fun, and you know, you never know, maybe if I get in maybe to the top 10, but just it's great being back again.
Thanks, Ryan. Ryan Farquhar, ladies and gentlemen. Boy, don't be giving me a 2008 bike. All he's done all week is cry that Alistair Steely's on a K9. You know, it's
Paul. We got to tell the story about yesterday, about the 0-1.
Oh yes. Well, he has been crying all week about not getting a K9 Suzuki. You know, being a BSB star now, you know, he's all about hair gel and ego. So, so he's cried all week. So we